Has been in business for 70 years, but this old business has a whole new way of doing things. Wait until you see how they're helping you get a fresh look for a fair price. Joining us is Dan Epstein, who's the owner. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
For people who haven't been in here in a little while, tell us a little bit about what you got here.
So we, as you mentioned, we're in our 70th year of business.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, it's great. So my wife and I are the third generation owners. It was started by her grandfather after he finished his service in World War II. And we started, as our name implies, as an Army Navy surplus store.
Okay.
Since then, though, we've definitely transformed. We still have some Army surplus, but we also carry a lot of footwear, backpacks, camping gear, apparel, clothing.
Yeah, well, and I feel like just looking around, like I always knew you as kind of the outdoor store, so I need a tent or I need a backpack or something like that. I want to come to you. So when I said earlier that you're kind of doing things in a new way, the reality of business nowadays is people are also buying things on the internet, online. And you found an interesting way to make sure that brick and mortar stores like yours stay not only afloat, but thrive.
One of the things that we definitely notice is customers will come in, they'll either have researched the item, or as they're walking around their store, everyone's carrying around their phone, they might pull up the item that they're looking at to find out a little more information. And so that technology's here, and we just want to bring it into our store and use it every day.
And one of the ways that you're doing that is with this really cool idea of price matching. So tell me about that.
Right. So we've all heard of price matching. It's a concept that's been around for a long time. So you come into a store and you find something. You find, for example, this shirt. You might find it cheaper online, and so you do the work. You go look for it, and then you come to an associate or a manager and you say, "Hey, I found this less expensive online. Will you match this price?" For the last year and a half, we've had that policy in place as well.
Really? So a year and a half, and someone just can say, "Hey, do you guys price match?" And that's not an offensive thing, right?
Absolutely not.
I think that's hard to sometimes have that conversation.
It is, because people are, I think, sometimes afraid that, well, what if you say no, or am I offending this person or the store?
Yeah.
Or people know that my wife and I own the store, and so they don't want to offend us.
Yeah.
And it's not an offensive thing. It's the world we're in.
Let's walk back. I want to look at some of these shoes as a great example of how this works. So tell me now, you've got the price match, but then you're also helping people in another way to do things the 21st century way, if you will.
Right. Again, we found a couple things. First is not everyone is always comfortable asking for that price match.
Right.
The other is that we're very familiar with these products, and we're very familiar with where they're sold online.
Yes.
And so what we'll do is, for anything over $30, we just automatically price check it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that's a really interesting point. I'm glad you brought that up, because stores like yours, you pay attention to what people are buying. What you sell is data. It's information that says what buying trends are, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what winds up happening is, if, for example, this shirt is a really popular shirt and people are interested in this type of product in Champaign, if they come in and don't ask for a price match, if, for example, this shirt is less expensive online, or we check it to see if we're selling it for the same price as everybody.
Right.
If we don't sell the shirt because someone is always off price, then we don't know that people actually want that product in Champaign, and our assortment actually starts to move away from what people want. So it's really important for people to actually engage with us and what they're looking for and what product they want.
Yeah, and share that feedback.
And share it, exactly.
And you actually asked for it recently. A lot of folks in this area may have gotten a piece of mail lately, right, that was asking these kinds of questions. So your desire to share that and open that dialogue is genuine.
It is. I mean, we definitely want to have that conversation. And the feedback we've gotten from our customers is tremendous. The emails saying this is great. We feel like we've opened a level of candid conversation with our customers that we've really been looking for the last few years.
Which is really great. And what more can you ask for? It's a local business in business for more than 70 years at this point. Happy anniversary,
Thank you.
First of all. And they're doing the price match, and they'll help you find the price, the best price too, right when you come in the store, and you get to try it on, and you get to support local business. It doesn't get any better. Dan, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Dan Epstein with Champaign Surplus. We'll connect you to everything that they're doing in the store here and online over at CILiving.tv.